Hello and welcome. Let's get into some life path guidance. Some of you have been called here to receive some messages, and we're going to get right into them. You're experiencing some disappointment right now. There's been a huge letdown in your life. A lot of confusion behind this letdown. This came from a source that was not expected. Spirit is asking you to consider that this individual's cycle is separate from your own. And while there is some pain and difficulty in stepping away from the expectations and the understanding that you had with this individual, I do feel very strongly that this isn't personal. This isn't about you. This isn't to try to hurt you. It's kind of you just happen to be in the course of their cycle restarting, their cycle starting new, their cycle beginning. And so it feels very much like you've been disconnected from this individual and that they've let you down. But instead, Spirit wants you to honor them at their place where they are right now, and welcome them to trusting their path, and welcome them to being able to experience that journey for themselves without the fear of repercussions, without shame and without guilt of things that change and things that are different. Because we want that same for us. We want to be able to have people accept us when our feelings change about situations, when our feelings change about people. And while things may have been going in one direction and they seemed outwardly like there was nothing that wasn't feeling good, something wasn't quite right for them. So rather than us feeling very brokenhearted and grieving for this individual, that's Spirit wants us to celebrate them finding their path and being courageous enough to move forward on it, because we want to feel that same way and we want that same support. So while it feels personal, while it feels that is nothing to do with you, this is entirely them deciding, finally choosing themselves. And it might not make sense to you, and you might even be a little bit like, really? Me? We don't need to understand it. What we just need to do is accept it and allow these things to take place as they do. We can't direct anybody. And on that same note, your own personal visions and explorations and discoveries about the world don't make sense to anyone but you. They don't fully get your vision because they can't fully understand and comprehend all of the experiences that have led you to this point, which has culminated in you having this vision of this the way things are going to be, the way things feel for you, what you desire in your life. You cannot expect other people to share that vision with you, and we especially can't expect it from people that need to focus on their vision. We don't need anyone to see or support us in our vision. We don't need that. It might feel like we do. But what you will find is that when you recognize and accept that Spirit has gifted you with this clarity for an understanding and creativity and goal and purpose and passion and fire to achieve this, Spirit does that so that you can embark upon this journey and you can learn all of the lessons on this journey, that you are moving forward with all of this information that you need to take with you. It is not going to be clear to anyone but you, but it is going to come into full fruition. It is going to be a beautiful, wonderful experience that you move forward with and you're able to take forward with and look back and go, I'm so glad I was able to honor and respect and love that other person on their journey and their experience. I didn't need them to understand this. I needed this for me. This is mine. And I'm going to celebrate that, and I'm going to honor that. And I'm going to honor them as well. I'm going to put one more in this regard. Our guidance comes from this place of stillness and understanding in ourselves, from this place of this greater picture of the entire universe and everything within it, the seen and the unseen, the felt and the unfelt, the things that are meant for us and the things that are not. That understanding comes from a place of stillness. And for some people, it is very difficult to sit down and really quiet the mind and allow this to come forward. So we're going to have some individuals that are not able to be on this part of their journey. They're not going to provide any guidance from you. That guidance is only going to be able to come from yourself. This is your journey. This is your experience. This is your goal, your vision, whatever you see, whatever you have discovered within you at this cycle, at this part in your life. You have to embark upon this. Nothing else will change. This is your journey. And that light will lead you and it will guide you exactly around the company that you need. And those other individuals that made you feel, they didn't make you feel, that you felt in reaction to their reaction, you felt disappointed and let down, was only because Spirit wanted you to be able to focus on what you need to be doing. You can't be focusing on what other people think and feel about what it is that you want. You have to focus on, what do I think and feel about what am I feeling my way through? Where am I headed next? And I cannot take into consideration the feelings and thoughts of these other individuals because it's not their journey. It's my journey. In some situations, we want to overcomplicate things, and these things can cause a lot of confusion. They can cause misdirection by adding too many pieces to the puzzle. Sometimes the most basic beginnings, the most basic foundation of the greatest accomplishments start with just one simple premise. One simple premise can be the beginning of everything. And without adding anything else to it, we need to be able to identify that simple premise first. What is the most important purpose for you embarking on this part of your journey? What goal do you have for what you are doing? What is you're obsessing over, what you're so focused on? What is the single overarching purpose of this? Let's get down to the most simple aspects of it. Break it down into something that you can explain to a toddler. You're the toddler. We don't need to explain it to any toddlers. Once we are able to get to that very simple intention, what we're going to discover is that ultimately it's not conditional as much as it is a feeling. So if I have this, then what we find when we simplify things and we really look at things, it's, I want to feel like this. Do you need it to be that specific way in order to feel the way you want to feel? Or can you get rid of some of the details? Can you pare it down to the most basic beginner statement of, here's the goal, here's the intent. One sentence, I want to feel. That's all you need to start with. That's it. Everything else is going to come. It's going to show. Now, we have challenges along the way, and you're going to continually experience challenges in every single thing you do. But there's a tremendous power in being able to endure. It's not, one of my favorite cards, the Rhino, is coming to my mind in the Animal Oracle deck, the Rhino. Rhinoceros, one of the strongest, most powerful animals in the animal kingdom. On land, can absolutely annihilate standing trees, just plowing into them. And yet, that's not usually how they go about things. That's not the most effective use of their power. And matter of fact, they're a rather peaceful creature most of the time. They just stand there enjoying, because, moving that weight takes a lot of effort. It's a push. It's a big, hard energy push. So overcoming our difficulties in some ways is not going to be that we are fighting, that we are loud, that we are aggressive, that we are pushing, that we are powering through. Yet there is an emotional power. There is an energy that is required here of endurance, of being able to maintain balance. That requires a tremendous amount of strength. To maintain this equilibrium and balance through difficulties is the toughest, most warrior thing that you can do. In some cases, is to gauge your opponent, gauge the energy necessary, and determine whether or not this is the kind of thing we fight, or do we detour, or do we not even address this because it's going to come to pass. There are difficulties that we will need to overcome, and we will need strength for them. So we can't look at every single struggle as that same type. We want to make sure that we're balanced in addressing this energy. And on that same note, we have our star family as well. That star family coming forward to become this supportive structure so that you're able to maintain that sense of balance and equilibrium without becoming too overwhelmed with the energy and desperation that kind of forces us to just push our energy out in this almost unfocused way. It scatters everywhere, and we're angry at this, and this is frustrating, and then we go over here, and really the core of the issue that we're trying to address is just right here. And whatever reason that you need support for this, whether you need support so that you are staying nice and balanced with your energy and you're calm, you're calming, you're stable maintenance, not letting it throw you off, not allowing it to push you off kilter, off balance. Instead, these people can help you stay focused, stay direct, and almost serve as a corridor to help you towards your goals. Your star family, specifically, your emotional support, your spiritual support, your spiritual family, these are the people that are most in tune with the nature of what it is that you're headed towards and you're trying to accomplish. They're going to be able to help you decipher what kind of strategy you need to deal with these difficulties, so that you do use your power in a more sensible way. It's okay to reach out for guidance. We just need to reach out to the kind of guidance that's not going to be like, yeah, go fight, fight, fight. We love those friends. Thank you for them. They are my favorite people in the whole world, because there are times that I need that hyping up, and I need to go all out, and I need to get my fist up and do what I need to do. And there are also times that I call on my spiritual family to provide a sense of balance, to provide a sense of continuity for me, stability, to keep the distractions away. We are all creators in this universe, in this experience that we are sharing together. We are all a piece of a larger, as well as we are the whole. We are created, we are creators. We are providing a level of flow and continual marvel and joy and energy flow through this universe, and all of these things coming together, all of these pieces and aspects of who you have been and who you are today, all of the things culminating in this have helped you, shaped you as the artist that you are, have allowed you to become as powerful of a creator as you are. As much as you may feel as though some things are out of your control, instead what it is that you are manufacturing the types of experiences that you require to be fully prepared to continue to create your next larger manifestation, your next larger accomplishment, your next bigger goal. The life that you yourself are creating is something very unique to you, and there's no one else that can do it in the same way that you're doing it. And so it's very special in that way. And without your contributions to creation, to creating in this world, to sharing art, to sharing ideas, to sharing our energy exchanges, and sharing our compassion and our love together, that contribution is a part of the whole as well. The whole of existence is a creation of a collaborative type. We are all creating existence, and then we are creating an existence for ourselves. And everything within you is all that you need to continue forward, and everything else that you need to be adding to that is going to continually come to you. All of the experiences that you're having, both the ones that feel really good and the ones that don't, are manifestations of this creating energy that are all fulfilling some aspect of need in order for this to become into this world, this idea, this beautiful next step for you. So we have a lot of great energy here. We've got a lot of wonderful, wonderful creating beings who doubt and question whether or not what they're doing is valuable. Maybe they don't necessarily get the views that they're looking for. They didn't necessarily get the exposure that they were hoping for. This is your sign that you need to keep creating. You are contributing to the greater good in this world. Every tiny piece, whether you think it matters or it doesn't, is a part of that. It's a part of you. You're a part of the whole. And then it's a step towards creating your next creation, because it becomes a part of your experiences that you put into your next creation. So every single creation that you make, every single thing that you do, that every spark of inspiration that you have, every effort that you put forth towards it, is all towards this constant flow, this constant creative energy that's moving. You are so valuable, and what you're doing is so wonderful. Please continue to see it as valuable and continue to contribute to it. Do what feels like you're supposed to be doing. Share it with those that you feel like you should be sharing. And whether you share it with the world or not, if you're not ready to do that yet, that's still a part of your creative energy. That's still contributing to this greater creative force. It's all a part of it. And so are you. Much love to you.